Major Slack Videos.
Yo, the name is Slack. Thanks for coming back. This is a quick introduction to a series of Outer Worlds videos I'm going to call Speed Builds. And I'm making this introduction because I know there's a contingent of morons out there who are going to say, hey Slack, these aren't speed runs because you aren't achieving the absolute fastest time possible. And to them I reply, you're right. They're not speed runs. They're speed builds. And then they're going to say, well, you use the word speed in the title, therefore it's a speed run. Which is, with all due respect, just plain stupid. That's like saying to the police officer who just arrested you for speeding, hey look officer, this automobile is capable of going much faster than it was when you arrested me. So, technically, I was not speeding. Now how do you think that's going to fly as you're standing before the judge trying to beat your speeding ticket? After he finishes laughing his ass off, you'll probably get a contempt of court charge added onto your traffic violation. Alrighty then, so now that we've established that we're allowed to use the word speed to define situations that do not necessarily mean top speed or maximum speed or world record speed, we can get down to business. And that business is creating Outer Worlds starter builds very quickly as a matter of convenience, not as a competition, but convenience. Okay, so that means we're not bound to do everything required to achieve the absolute top speed to progress through the game. That means we don't have to turn off the power in Edgewater because it's faster than turning off the power in the Botanical Lab. And because of that, we don't have to make sure our starting attributes and skill points allow us to pass an Intimidate skill check with Reed Thompson, and we can, just because it's a lot easier, we can go grab the old reliable light machine gun and, gasp, actually kill some bots as we're running through the geothermal plant. Despite all that, we're still going to be doing things very quickly. The world record speedrun clears Edgewater in about 7 minutes. That's real time, not by the speedrun clock, which doesn't count cutscenes. In these speed builds, we'll be clearing Edgewater in about 12 minutes. For our purposes, that's just fine. Once again, not a competition, but convenience. I want to make these speed builds accessible to gamers of all skill levels, right? After clearing Edgewater, we'll be capitalizing on the absolute avalanche of XP the game throws at you when you start following the Betray Phineas questline, most particularly the quests Balanced Dude, Puppet Masters, and Demolished Woman. You can easily power level to level 12 in about 20 minutes if you run through these quests very quickly. There are only two major hurdles here. One is acquiring the board seal for Udom Bedford, and the other is killing Sherman Bradshaw to get the key to Rachel Lockwood's office. To get the board seal for Udom Bedford, there's a very tricky maneuver you can do where you actually pick the lock to Gladys's safe right in front of her. But for this you need high lockpick skill, and once again we don't want to box ourselves into doing things the absolute fastest way possible and having to spend our skill points accordingly to accommodate this tricky maneuver. Killing Gladys and her crew is a much more flexible approach. It's a little more difficult, but it can be done with any number of builds that don't require a high lockpick skill. Alright? Did you get all that? Because it's going to be a pop quiz tomorrow. Just kidding, no pop quiz. The rest I'll explain as we go through each particular speed build. I'm going to start off with my speed build prototype, Sudden Impact, which is a one-handed starter build I complete in about 35 minutes. I'll be uploading that video shortly after this, so expect that within the hour. That's it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and stuff like that there. See you next video. Hey guys, real walkthroughs like these are an endangered species here on YouTube. For a complete lowdown on the YouTube video game walkthrough scene, check out my Patreon page, and please consider making a donation to yours truly, Major Slack, to help keep real walkthroughs alive on YouTube. You can donate as little as $1. That's $1, that's all. That's all it takes, alright? Thanks a lot, really appreciate it.